Hi, I'm Orkneyar, and today we're going to talk about characters in The Walking Dead's TV show who I believe have wasted potential. Today's subject, Axel, played by Lew Temple. Axel was introduced in Season three's episode, Seed, and is a prisoner alongside Tomas, Andrew, Big Tiny, and Oscar. Now, you've had over 10 years to watch the show. That's 10 years to avoid spoilers and to watch the show. So I'm going to assume everyone knows the events because I'm too lazy to recap everything. But Orkneyar, this is your first video. Shouldn't you be more professional? No, because if I set expectations low from the beginning, you won't expect me to be perfect later on. Wow, I'm so smart. Anyways, Axel dies while talking to Carol about his backstory by the governor with only 8 episodes of screen time, which I find to be criminal. Almost like Axel. Please laugh. Of course, this means he lasts longer than Oscar, another character who deserved far more screen time from Season 3. Axel in the comics lasts around the Season 4 mark in the show, which I feel is what they should have done, bluntly. And we're going to go along with that same vague course where I imagine he would die in Season 4. As much as he is such a beloved character, a lot of people have really high regards for him, I don't think he lives past Season 4. And with him dying in Season 4, I imagine he'd be a far more memorable and impactful death. Now, I scoured a little bit on the internet to figure out why he was killed off. I think it was more or less just part of the story. However, it is said that Robert Kirkman himself did regret the decision, if I'm to believe a random comment on Reddit. Again, setting expectations low for my content. It's also said that Axel initially was going to take the role of Thomas Richards and be a serial killer. However, again, random Reddit comment, I'm setting the expectations low, the bar is on the fucking ground. Now, to the part of the video you actually care about, why Axel should have lived. Firstly, Lew Temple did a phenomenal job playing Axel, and he's regarded to be a very likable, if not favorite character in the show, and I believe it was thanks to Lew. Relationship-wise, I foresee potentials with 2 characters in particular, Carol and Daryl. Now, Carol is obvious, with them having a flirtatious relationship throughout the screen time they have together. This might be a very well way to show Carol healing further from the loss of Ed, and honestly giving her the opportunity to trust someone closely like that way sooner in the show than she did when she got with, I believe it was, editor's note, it was not King Ezekiel at first, it was Tobin. My bad. King Ezekiel. But Daryl is different, as he initially is very dismissive of Axel. Though Axel potentially having mechanic experience, maybe he really could help Daryl with that motorcycle. Daryl could tune my motorcycle if you catch my drift. I'm sorry. So what if he did live? I think he would only last until about Season 4's mid-season show, as I was saying, between Rick and the governor, that little battle they have. That's where I think he dies. Likely taking the place of that random sniper character who dies after he flips that table. You know, I wish we got more on that character. Anyways, either that or he's just some other casualty, or maybe not even necessarily shown to die. Maybe he just goes away or escapes and just kind of left ambiguous, kind of like Morales was in his family for a long time. But we'll explore if he lives longer, but let's start with the assumption he dies about the mid-season showdown in Season 4. Now, Carol and Axel would be hitting it off pretty early interactions, and if he were to survive, these 2 characters would become lovers 100%. Axel has a sweet side despite his freakazoid behavior towards Beth initially, and I think him and Carol would have a healthy relationship together. Though, maybe not a very eventful one, as I don't foresee Axel being much of a fighter, his role in the prison being that of what maybe his pre-apocalypse job was, a mechanic. Now, there's vehicles in The Walking Dead, obviously, and gas would expire at a certain point, and cars would start to break down if left idling for long periods of time. It would be really convenient if you had someone to explain how he to keep his cars running and find new vehicles. Almost like a mechanic. Like Axel was. Potential. There could even be storylines based on this. Axel needing certain things or working on certain stuff that needs help on. It could be a bonding opportunity for him and Daryl as well, because Daryl has the motorcycle, obviously, and a lot of things Daryl can help out with, because Daryl also kind of ambiguously has some mechanic ability, as shown in season 4. And I think Rick would also be very entrusting of Axel to handle things at the home front, because again, I don't see Axel being much of a fighting character. He's more sheepish and honestly scared. Now, again, as I said, Axel would have a friendship with Daryl and a relationship with Carol and be respected by other people in the group. But again, I don't see him ever being very much of a main character. But let's say he lives longer than season 4. Let's say he escapes the prison. Now, I foresee it'd be with Daryl and Beth, further pushing the friendship between the two characters, Axel and Daryl, and likely, hopefully, mending things with Beth from his behavior. Now, with Daryl and Beth being at the mortuary, I imagine the zombies would overrun them, and Axel would escape alongside Beth and be captured by the Greater Memorial Hospital. With these two people being there, if not Axel being shot on the spot, but we're going to go with he lives, I imagine he'd help Noah and Beth escape, and escape with Noah, Beth being captured just like in the regular timeline. Now, with Axel being with Noah, Carol and Daryl wouldn't get robbed by Noah because they all know each other. And actually, they'd probably team up sooner and actually save Carol a lot of hardship when she, gets hit by a car. Now, I imagine if he lives all the way to this and gets back to there and doesn't get eaten by the cannibals, Axel would probably live all the way to Alexandria. By then, he'd be such a bigger character with a bigger role. It's almost impossible for me to predict what would happen, but I can go further into this on another day. Because honestly, the script's gotten pretty long, longer than I ever wanted it to be, and I got someone home who can hear me, and it's really embarrassing to record a video in front of people. So, if you'd like a part 2, let me know with a comment below, and I'll be hopefully uploading more videos like this, so please let me know what I can improve on. And as stated in the intro, I'm Orkneyar, and thanks for watching.